LRBAquatics.com. Hello world, how's it going? Hope you guys are all doing great. So I'm here with my boy Wesley. Say what's up, bud. Yeah. So I hope you guys are all doing great. If not, I hope it gets better for you. And he's got dinosaur shirts on his shirt. But what's going on, everybody? I wanted to just share a few things with you guys. I know I've been talking about getting a fish room video out for you guys of Regina spot eyes or spotties. Always want to say spot eye because that's what us fish people do. But I got to thinking while I was editing it that there's a lot of rare names in the video. So I actually wanted to go ahead and put the names in the video so you guys can actually know how to spell them, how to look up the fish, and kind of give you guys a, what should I say, kind of like a catalog of types of rare fish. So I'm taking my time to do that. I actually stayed up till 7 o'clock this morning, till noon. I didn't get much sleep, but Regina's is done, and I want to do the same with Eric's, so I want to come out with those on the weekend. That way you guys have more time to watch them. But I did want to update you guys on this AE tank. One of my few like really scape tanks. Where I actually used hardscape. It's looking really good. HC's growing out really well. I'll probably be getting some of that on the website here soon. Once I actually get all that done. I've got so much administration work to do. It sucks. I won't lie, my least favorite part. I do got these tiger teddies in there. Really hard to kind of focus them in here. But the tiny little live bearer, one of the smallest live bearer. And hello everybody in the chat. I am seeing your guys' chat. And I just want to say hi to everybody, and I appreciate you guys all being in here. We got driftwood. We got some kind of funky algae growing here. That's really cool though. I did put some Santa Claus shrimp in here. They didn't do too well. For some reason, all the shrimp I put in here don't do too well. I don't know if it's the pH swing from when the CO2's running during the day and then shuts off at night. And then look in there, that's cool. That's pretty neat. And let's see, we got mini Pelia. This looks like, what kind is that? I'm not sure which one that is. Windeloff maybe? And then Bobitus deformis, which is like one of the hardest to grow, Bobitus. And yeah, this tank's doing pretty sweet. Super stoked about it, but I do gotta get to clearing some plants out because, yeah, you can see where it's already dying off a little bit. It's just overgrown itself. That might have been out of the water too long too. There's a snail up there cleaning it though, so who knows, might even grow back. This plant likes to grow in there. But yeah, a tank that we don't see very often because, well, it's upstairs. Pretty much in Wesley's world here. And yeah, not bad for a free tank for joining an Aquascape contest at Aquatic Experience. Then the QT, Wesley's getting crazy with this crash car. It's okay.
I did crash.
You did crash. But the QT tanks are actually starting to turn into regular tanks. I've got albino, Millennium Orange albino rainbow fish breeding in here. Their fry are super, super hard to raise up. I have some in here in this darker tank. I got a light that's kind of glowing out on me. But I'll get to it eventually. Got a few of those. It happens time to time. But there's quite a few little babies. They're so tiny. That little thing floating right there. That's a little baby, Millennium Orange Albino, which is just a xanthic form of a Millennium rainbow fish. These are like the sapphire guppies, the Dumbo sapphire guppy fry. Pulled those out of the pond. Got some orange shrimp going on in here. Check those out. Those are select for sure. Selected those. I got some thread fins breeding in here. These are all other color baby fry guppy in here, which are pretty sweet. Some other ones. And yeah, starting to turn these into regular tanks since now I'm doing the little QTs. Your rack looks like it's a rave, right? Yeah, I need to get those orange shrimp down and actually colonizing. I gotta figure a lot of that stuff out. We've been doing so much organizing and spending this whole week doing so. I do want to show you guys these Celebes half beaks down here. They're pretty cool. But we just pulled those out of the breeding tank. About to add them to the 240. And like we've been pulling crazy amount of babies of especially rainbow fish all over the place. So it's exciting. It's just gonna take time for stuff to grow out. Have I ever bred crayfish? I haven't. Check these guys out. These guys are cool. These things are pretty big. They're probably like, I'd say, well, I could get a tape measure. Where is my tape measure? Oh, Wesley ran off with it. Dang it, I told him all day yesterday. Oh well. What are you gonna do? I would guess probably like 4 or 5 inches. Oh, there it is. Haley found it. Haley's actually been catching all these fish for me. Yeah, I'd say about 4 inches. There you go. Yeah, a little under. Check this out. We've already pulled like I would say 2 cups of these already. So this is the 3rd cup of these Cali rum fry. Those things are crazy breeders. Some bicolored guppies. These are a mirror rainbow fish. They're a rare rainbow fish. I'll show you what these Cali rums too look like. These are actually really rare fish. Not even named. But super cool and colorful if you like your redder fish. And when the male gets in breed mode, he'll get like this blue stripe on his head. It's really crazy. Got those from Gary Lang. Nice little school. I don't know if I'm gonna have to breed them much more though. As many eggs and babies they threw. We got threadfin babies in there, dwarf neon babies in there, stuff growing in there. I probably need to do a full walkthrough here one day. Actually, give you guys a tour. We're actually about to build some tanks, get some of these tanks that are empty going. Finally getting some time to do that. I've been needing to do that for probably about a year. And look at this crazy breeding project. I threw this female. The male died. Not sure what happened. But I wonder what these would actually do together. If they actually bred together. I think that'd be pretty wild. So I'm going to try it. Shellies are doing good. 54 Punchy, thank you so much for your super chat. Really appreciate that. Inlers are doing good in here. She says, what could you possibly feed all those fry? I think you already know, 54 Punchy, but I always appreciate your support. And it's the good old Tetracolor Tropical Granules where I just feed the dust off my fingers. And it works. I think I'm gonna end up taking all these parents out here and putting them down here. Start another Shelly tank. Maybe keep cycling it that way. So instead of trying to catch all these little baby fish, I just gotta catch the bigger fish. And just get them breeding down there. I mean, it may take them a little longer to start breeding them again, but who knows. Will you have enough Celebes to sell eventually? I don't know. I don't know how well they'll ship, really. I do got a few in here. I don't even have enough to BAP, to be honest. I mean, they aren't like crazy prolific breeders. If I had like a huge tank or maybe this 240 to themselves, I could probably make them to like actually produce them, but they don't really breed enough to really focus on. But yeah, we took out the huge thing of Rotalia Innie. It used to be like that big over here. So now I got some space. I kind of like where made a hill here. Tank's still kind of cloudy. You can actually see the video of where we pulled this up on Oddball Aquatics channel. She actually videotaped it all. She took it home, and we're hoping it's got Congo Tetra eggs in it. And she showed me some pictures of some eggs that were in that tank. So they fell out of the Rotalia Innie down onto the glass of the tank, which is a good sign for Tetra eggs because they're not sticky. I'm so used to getting rainbow fish eggs that I usually think all eggs are going to end up being those. But yeah, rainbow eggs are sticky, so we definitely know it's not rainbow eggs. And yeah, we got to get these in here, so let's go ahead and put these Celebi's half-beaks in here. I still got to do the lights on there. Haley's probably waiting for to-dos, which I got a list for that. I got your book wet, sorry. Good thing it's waterproof, right?
Oh.
It looks waterproof. These guys are so cool. Love these. And thank you all in the chat for all your kind words. I really appreciate that. I should have probably held these guys out of the water for a little while to teach them not to jump. I think they already kind of know. Yeah, he's like, okay, yeah, this isn't cool. Let me in there. He's like, I already know, dude. You ain't got to put me through that. Thank you. And it's so nice having Haley just to be able to take care of that. Where I can just focus on this. Worth every penny. Check it out. Mini gars, right, Chris one? That's what they remind me of. I think that's why I like them so much. Look, this fish has no idea what it's living in. It's in a mental prison right now. Here, let's go the other way, buddy. Figure out how big this tank is. He doesn't care. Come on. Dun, 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 dun. There he goes. No, go the other way. They were in a 75 by themselves. So they did have some space, but this is definitely an upgrade for them. I wish I had. I can't wait to get a bigger space. I'm going to have so many more big tanks. I love big tanks. I really do. Because plants actually have room to stretch out. Look at this. Ever since I turned off the power head, all that circulation. A lot of people say you need a ton of circulation or whatever to grow plants. Dude, plants grow better, in my opinion, with no circulation. Look how it's had time to actually run down. This was always just hanging on with algae pretty much overnight. Wow. I mean, now that I'm really looking into it, this is good. It's good. I like it. Should probably turn on the skimmer though. We'll see. Congo Tetra is looking frisky. And yeah, I guess I got all these other tanks too I could probably update on. But I don't think I have that much time because I got to get Haley busy and about to redo this tank. I may not have much Daphnia for sale anymore because I need the tank space. Need the tank space. What is the best frozen fish food for fried Daphnia, baby brine, cyclops? I don't know. I just use Tetracolor tropical granules. So I couldn't tell you. I used to use white worms and microworms, stuff like that. Vinegar eels I tried to mess with. Baby brine shrimp is good. If you're gonna go frozen, I guess cyclops would probably be pretty decent. But I've tried to learn how to make some paramecium. See, a real good thing about like shrimp tanks and dirty tanks with no filters and stuff like that is you'll get a lot of microorganisms. For instance, in this tank over here, you can actually see a ton of cyclops. So this tank is like prime and ready for babies. And it actually just got a water change too. Let's see if we could actually see them in focus. See that little white dot thing moving around? There's a couple of them. Those are all cyclops, little fry food. And when you got no surface agitation, a lot of those microorganisms will live off the biofilm. The little fry will just feast off of that. So you really don't have to worry about feeding them as much. So I let the environment actually feed them. Haley, you got something to show?
Yeah, they're not. That one's like tail slap. That little one's tail slapping that big one. What's that about?
Oh, are they beefing?
I don't know.
Oh, looks like there's a little beef going down here.
Well, he's picking on somebody not his size.
Well, they are all related, so hopefully they get it figured out. We'll have to watch it. There, you can babysit those for now. I do have CO2 in this tank. The CO2 is actually getting captured into this foam attachment, which actually helps hold it into the water for a little bit longer, which is really good. And I have another thing I'm gonna plan on doing with that. I'm gonna show you guys later here in the future. These upper tours are awesome. I was gonna give you guys an example of how the fry eat off the biofilm. Probably gonna split up these with pongas, but I got this pair of dwarfed neon rainbow fish that just breed like crazy. And you can see just fry all over the place up there. No air, no nothing. They're just always up in the biofilm, eating off it. And I found it easier and better to breed with just a pair opposed to like a group or a trio. I may try that with the red Waponga lasers. Little tip and trick. Lots of babies, lots of stuff going on here. And I gotta hop off here. I would love to update you guys on everything, but I may have to save that for another day. Plus, it'll be better when we actually get more tanks done, and all that stuff. And I actually have the time. Oops. Would my rainbow fry do better in a calm water tank? Yes, definitely, definitely. The current takes up too much of their energy for them to have to fight up against it. If they can just go at their own leisure, eat all the little microorganisms, it's perfect for them. What's your top 5 non-CO2 low light plants? So pearlweed, I would say Luigi archeata, Rotalia Colorado, which I don't have any of those in here. Let's see. Bronze crypt, really good. Water lettuce is great for sucking out nitrates. Grows like crazy. Grows overnight. I mean, all these, even the plants in here, they're all, you could do low tech with them. Like here's another Rotalia that came out from there. Still really colorful. It's just the CO2 actually grows it just a little faster. Now, there's a few plants that do absolutely need CO2, but most of them don't if you're growing them properly. Taiwan lily is a great one. Like, there's so many, all the crypts. There's some Erios out there that you can grow under no CO2. I actually spend a lot of my time and efforts finding plants that are normally grown in CO2 and high-tech conditions that you can grow without it. That's actually one thing that I love to do all the time and why I have figured these out. So anyways, I gotta hop off here, guys. It's already 17 minutes in. It'd be easy to go forever, but I can't. And I'm gonna peel this off like a Band-Aid. So don't forget to like and subscribe. And hope you guys have a great one. Thanks all for hanging out. Until next time, everybody. Peace. Have a good one. I need water lettuce. Right, Blue Ice Aquatics. I wish I could, but it's illegal in some states, so it's hard for me to